Hello everyone, this is Bigalski, and this is part 19, the Hospital Interior Part 1 for my Hunter the Reckoning Nightmare Mode commentary walkthrough series, playing as the character Judge. Now I will say that because I did lose a lot of health there at the last of on the hospital roof, I really had to play it careful here at the beginning. It actually took me a few tries to get this because, these guys spawn right on top of you. I had to really be careful. I didn't want to use any of my heavy weapon right off the bat because of, I need to save that for the rooms. So, and then the angles that these little hop-along dudes do, sometimes, they're not always the easiest to hit. So you really want to be careful of those. They can really shoot you from off screen. If they spawn and you back up and can't see them, and they tend to shoot more than one. See, like right now, they're just shooting the one projectile, but they tend to shoot two when they're off screen. So you really want to be careful. I didn't want to go too far to the right, too far, down, until I knew I could get all of these guys off. And again, try to focus on the little hop-along guys. I don't even know what you would call them, but anyway, try to focus on them. And then see, there's two of them coming for me because I went a little bit far down and they spawned. And again, there's a few of them now, but again, try to take these guys out first versus the other guys, since you don't have to worry about the projectiles if you kill these guys first. So having said that, a lot of this at the beginning is just going to be running around. I could go straight into any of the rooms right now if I wanted to, but if you don't kill these guys and you come out of the room, those guys are still there. So they'll spawn sometimes, but it's if you leave 5 or 6 of them out, they're going to be right there by the gate whenever you come back out out the door, gate, whatever you want to call it. And you'd rather take all these guys, kill them so you don't have to worry about it. And of course, the other thing that I'm trying to do is kill these guys and building my red up, building my health up, and that way I don't have to use my red health glyphs as much, because like I said before, this couple of levels right here, you can see me trying to shoot the guy and it just miss, and you can't really lock on. Well, I wish you could lock on, but anyway, you want to these guys spawn on you so fast and you die. Like I said, I think I died 3 or 4 times in this level. I tried to do it where I didn't die, but this will be the objective right here. That'll turn green, but they just spawn right on you, and it's really frustrating. So the more red health I can gain now, and that means save it for later, save my special weapon for later, be smart about my ammo, the better I'll be. And again, you have to go through these rooms, and once you kill an enemy where he drops the key, you could actually go to the green, the green glyph there on the bottom, or it'll turn green once you get the key. And I think I'm almost full on my shotgun, so I don't want to use that just yet. But you could go in the level. But again, since I'm trying to kill everybody, I'm going to be going through all the levels. It's almost kind of a wash in the sense with the lives I lose versus what I gain. But, I get the experience points. And that's what I really, I'm looking for. Because again, getting to the last boss, I want to have as much experience as I can to kill those guys. So having said that, that's what I'll be doing here for the next few minutes. Just slowly, taking these guys out and then switching to a heavy weapon or special weapon whenever I need to. Now I like to stay, go up one side of it, but also, shooting the little barriers down. See how he spawned right on me? And if I went too much farther, see again how they just come on you. And right now, it doesn't look like it's that big of a deal, and I got lucky there. But, you know, like I said, all it takes is a few hits, and you're hurting pretty bad. But I like taking these little structures out. That way I don't have to, you know, worry about them or them getting in my way, me trying to run. The camera angle hurts you a little bit. Again, see what weapon you have. You know, I see a shotgun over there. I don't exactly want to, I don't think, save the human. Yeah, okay, maybe I do. Or no, I think I'm going to kill these guys, because if you run up to the humans, this enemy, whatever it's called, you know, they just spawn right on top of you. And I don't think I'm going to, yeah, I want to kill, see, look at that. I mean, look, just in a matter of seconds, I'm down, you know, 75 or now 90% of my health. But I don't want to go save the human, because that triggers one of the other monster beasts, whatever the four-legged or eight-legged, six-legged, whatever guy it is. So, you know, I want to thin all these enemies out first, and then go fight with that guy. But again, you saw how quick these guys spawning on you that you can die. And like I said, it happens a few times. And I'm a little nervous because those guys can, I mean, again, they can spawn, so I'm just kind of playing it safe. I know he's coming, you know, and sometimes this is the one that drops the key, so you almost got to make him spawn. And see, this is, you know, this is going to kind of come back to hurt me. I keep talking about it, but it's going to come back to hurt me a little bit later on, not having the rockets that I need. So I'm still trying to work that way out. I surely don't want to have to go back and play all of this. So I thought about, well, let me just slowly take him out, since I kill those other, you know, monster guys that stab at you with the two arms. But then I thought about my, you know, one of my first videos, how long it took to kill this guy with the crossbow. I really thought with the damage I'd done with the rockets and the shotgun, it would be pretty fast, but apparently it's not. I want to save. The good thing about saving the shotgun is I'm going to need that, you know, for later on. There, it's really good for close-up encounters. And then the machine gun, see, look at that. You know, if I had my crossbow out, I could have died right there. That's the good thing about having the shotgun. But you want to save your heavy weapons. Now, I think I've stayed up in that area. See, now I didn't have to worry about any people around me because I'd killed them all earlier. But if you go back and forth up in that area, a few more enemies spawn. But because they spawn on you so fast and right on you, you know, I decided to go ahead and leave. Because, I mean, again, I can't tell you how many times. And see, look at me trying to get out of the way. I finally was able to get him, but those skitters, you really got to watch out. Now you got this guy, and you want to make sure you kill those skitters. My ranged weapon, or not my, my ranged weapon is good for that. Again, you know, that maybe not have been the best use of a word of power, but I know I have a, you know, a blue glyph coming up. See, now I'm kind of in trouble. I should probably, yeah, there we go. Sometimes I forget what I do. And it figures I would shoot like a hospital thing before shooting the... Yeah, I knew that was coming. Just in a bad position. So the smart thing to do now is use my word of power. See, there's my key, so I could go and... I can go and finish the level. So I think the thought process here is try to use my word of power to kill a bunch of guys, try to get some red back, but of course, like I said, I just probably not the smartest thing to do. You know, the thing to do is maybe go ahead and lose the life, save that extra power up on the blue glyph, you know, for these guys. So, but eventually I knew with the guys spawning and how they spawned, with the little health that I had, I was going to die. Unless, you know, maybe I just went ahead and left the area, went and tried to, you know, pick up some health and then come back in. I mean, that was an option too. So again, it's really how you want to play it, but playing it safe, because these guys spawn on you so quick, is probably the best thing to do, in my opinion. I actually got a little bit lucky there that their projectiles didn't hit me and, you know, hit the other guys. But you can see how overwhelming it can be. And also, like I said, you can stay in this. You can stay in this a long time, and these guys keep respawning. So there just came a time where I you know, like I said, I tried it multiple times where it's like, you know what, I'm really not getting any kind of benefit out of this, and all I'm doing is losing lives. So maybe it's time to go. I don't like, you know, leaving like that, but it was just one of those things where the enemies just kept coming, and I was just dying, you know, because of how they spawned right on top of me. So again, be careful. You know, sometimes I could have run farther, but again, I'm low on health, and if they spawn in front of me, so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to take a few. But again, see, look at that, look how fast it ends. You know, here I am thinking I'm doing something right, and then I get blasted. And look at that. I'm supposed to have all this great accuracy and everything, and I just get nailed. So that section, that room is a little bit frustrating to say the least. Like I said, killing all these guys, you don't have to worry about, you know, them being outside the door. Maybe I should have, you know, used a little bit more shotgun. See, I could finish it right there, but I still have 2 rooms to go through. And see, look at that. This is why you definitely want to keep your shotgun out with these guys around. But look at that. I mean, just, Jesus, give me a break already. The good part about this section is at least when I came in, because, you know, I hadn't completed the objective of saving the humans or picking stuff up or whatever, I didn't have to worry about all the enemies respawning. Could you imagine if you know, have to leave a room for health, and then all of a sudden you got to fight all the enemies over again? That's, especially the way they spawn, that would be pretty brutal. Too bad they don't give me the enemy numbers that they did in that other room with that, you know, my blue edge power up. or refill, whatever you want to call it. I still don't know what to call that stuff. You know, where I could just blast those guys. You know, again, maybe I could get a bunch of them to spawn and then lead them up there. You know, maybe that's another way of doing it. But again, you just got to be careful with how they spawn. You leave a few alive, then all of a sudden one spawns in front of you, staggers you. The ones that are behind you that you left alive all jump on you and you're dead. So again, I kind of like going down the side just because of the, you know, they tend to not spawn right here on the side exactly. So I said it before, I'll say it again. You know, I could go ahead and leave, but now because I've, you know, lost a few lives, I want to save all the innocents that I can to make up for that. So it's one of those things, you know, I lose 2 lives but gain 2 lives. You know, why not just leave? But then that's where the experience factor comes into it. I'd rather have the experience, whatever I can level up. And I think when you improve your skills, it's only like a quarter, a half of one of those little, you know, like I think you have 5 round, you know, areas that'll fill up to improve your skills, and it moves up a half a circle at a time. So. So my ideal is to get everybody close to here and then just blast them with the edge. I know I've got plenty to go fill up. I can go back into some rooms and fill up. So again, I'm just getting these guys together and then to use my edge. See, here's where I should switch over to my my machine gun. You know, shooting blind with the rockets is probably not the best thing to do. So now that that guy's out of the way, you know, save my ammo for later and just focus on these guys. You know, I'm thinking right now, let me just kind of go back and forth, see if anybody spawns, but it's still in the back of my mind, that one room where I lost the lives, you know, the most lives. You know, that's still kind of bothering me a little bit. You know, it's like, do I want to go back? But, you know, I'm happy with the lives that I lost, so. Yeah, see, like my accuracy maybe went up, you know, a little half of that circle right there. You know, I came in, or I'm leaving with more lives that I started with, I believe. So, you know, I'm happy with that. It probably could have been a little bit better if I wanted to put more time in it. But, like I said, having more lives than what I started with, you know, that's acceptable, and move on to the next one. So, that's it for this section, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.